to you. Start up front here, Trevor.
Coach, you had a big deficit to overcome, and it culminated with a big drive at the end, punching it in.
Yeah.
What do you think from your quarterback on that drive and just the team as a whole?
Well, it's a lot of guys really left it out there, played their hearts out, tested in the ball game and had to show what we were made of, and like what we're made of. Starting with the quarterback, though, I thought he really stepped up big, took the game into his hands in a lot of ways there in the second half. Defensively, there's going to be a lot of people to single out who played great. After the first quarter, our team really played tremendous defense, allowing just over 100 yards in 3 quarters of ball. So a lot of guys, Donovan Peoples-Jones, the punt returns, everything, he was leaving it out there, and Josh Uche, some of those speed rushes he had on the edge were huge. Chase Winovich, the entire ball game. I thought Rashawn really played gritty, and we started getting our hands on some balls there when we needed to after the first quarter in the secondary, hurrying the quarterback, and also the adjustments our coaches made throughout the game, especially after the first quarter and the first half, were superb, and they were really working. This was a hard-working night on the coaching side. Great to see Quinn Nordine, make those field goals. We needed every point we could get, and also Quiddy Pay, thought he really stepped up. A bunch of guys, Josh Metellus, dug deep. A lot of guys really showed their mettle tonight.
In the front here, John.
Coach, how big was it for the defense to shut this team out in the second half? And given the huge gap in penalties, does it underscore just how tough it is to go on the road in the Big Ten?
Penalties should be tough on the road, tougher on the road than. Well, Ward Manuel told me to let him handle that, so I won't comment on that.
How about the defense in the second half? Shutting them out?
Just great. Don Brown, had some tremendous calls. We gave him a couple that really stood out where we got free runner to the quarterback, and that was big because he was sitting in the pocket. He's a big guy, and he was making some really accurate throws, and his receivers were catching balls in tight windows. But we started getting our hands on some of those balls in the secondary, and we started applying the pressure, and that really helped us and stopped their running game too.
To the right here,
they played a great ball. They played a hell of a ball game.
So talk about how your depth on the defensive line factored in, especially in the second half of the game, and you were able to finish off so many of their possessions with sacks.
Yeah, it was really impressive. The guys in the middle, Monet and Lawrence Marshall, and then Dwayne Ford would come in, and he was really active all night. The ends, I think Chase had one of his better ball games. Just the way he was flying around and hustling all night. Play after play after play. Quiddy Pay also showed up, and as I said, Josh Uche. Two of those speed rushes looked fast and powerful and good. Aiden Hutchinson got some time as well, but I thought the linebackers were running good, making tackles. We missed a couple tackles on the first couple drives, but thought the tackling was really sound the rest of the ball game.
In the back.
When a game you get behind on the road like this, it can really go sideways. What can it do for a team when they can scrape together a win like this and prove something for themselves?
Can do a lot. Like I said, we talked about it at halftime. We are being tested. This is time to find out what we're made of, and our guys really responded. And they were in the kind of fashion where, nothing was, it had to be done. It had to be made by plays. It had to be made by players. And coaches had some tremendous adjustments, but as I said, guys like Shea and Nico stepped up, made a couple tough catches, and Karan, I thought he had a heck of a ball game, and guys up front really grinded all night and got it done.
Angelique.
It was a lot for a team.
Jim, did you get an explanation on that holding on the Shea run?
Yeah, I asked for it specifically just to make sure that they didn't come back later and say it was, some other player, because they called it on 22. They called it on Karan. And so I asked the referee, go ask the side judge who he called it on, just so there wasn't some different explanation days from now. So he came back and said it was on the running back, holding the linebacker. And, the whole stadium saw that the linebacker tackled our running back. It was a zone read. Faked it to the running back. Their linebacker tackled him. And then Shea ran for 28 yards. And then they tacked on 10 yards for holding. It was a phantom call.
Chris.
Coach, you chose to receive instead of defer. Is that going to be a game-to-game thing just by feel? And then what do you attribute the slow start offensively?
I thought they had a good plan. They have a tremendous coaching staff, and their players were playing good. They were playing good. We didn't make the first downs on our first couple possessions, and then they made first downs, made drives, scored the ball in the red zone, and they had a really good first quarter, both offensively and defensively.
And then choosing to receive or defer, is that a game-to-game thing just by feel?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks.
On the left, Jeff.